Hey, what's going on, guys? I thought I'd give a quick introduction before this video. So, my name is Luke. I have been doing this thing called online sales for the last year, and for me, it completely changed my life. I've always been working in restaurants and working in hospitality, which is there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. If the people enjoy it, I enjoyed my time there, but I always knew I wanted to do more in my life. I always knew I want to travel. I want to make more money. I want to be able to help out the people I love, right? I want to put myself in a better position. So this thing, it completely changed my life, and it really allowed me to not only travel the world, but also make more money, take better care of myself. So enjoy this video. I hope this is going to be super helpful for you guys. So check it out. Peace. All right, so it's what I've been really hearing with a lot of people, and I've had the same struggle myself as well. And this is the thing of I want to do this, I want to start this business, I want to learn this skill, but or you end up not doing anything, and you end up in this analysis paralysis phase where you're doing research and you know the game. And I think a lot of people resonate with this, because I've had it myself too. I was just watching videos for months and months and months, and I thought I was doing a great job, but you're not really making any steps forward. So I definitely want to help you guys out and share what's been working for me and what I see other successful people do in the space. And it's actually a pretty simple answer. And who is the number one person that you need to trust if you want to do anything, any business, any skill, whatever you want to do? Who's the number one person you need to trust? It's you. It's you. So if you cannot trust yourself, if you don't believe in yourself, how are you ever going to succeed in any business or skill set? So how do you trust yourself? Well, it's pretty simple. If you are promising yourself all of these things, like I'm gonna quit drinking, I'm gonna quit smoking, I'm gonna start dieting, I'm gonna work out every single day. If you don't stick to these promises, what happens in your brain is gonna start thinking, okay, well, I want to start this skill, but I also couldn't stop drinking, or I also couldn't stop smoking. So why would I be able to do this? That's what happens to your subconscious mind. So every time you don't stick to any promise you make to yourself, what's going to happen is your mind is going to make that a habit. So every time you want to start something new and you want to do something that is going to help you, your mind's going to say, nah, bro. Like, you cannot stick to your promises with this. Why would you be able to do this? And that's why people end up in this research phase, because they're scared to pull the trigger on anything, because they think subconsciously. You might not think it consciously, because you can think like I'm the biggest G on the earth, but if you subconsciously don't think you're the biggest G on the earth, then your mind's gonna say, nah, bro, it's not happening. So what I've really been working on lately is just stick to every single promise you make to yourself. And if you know it's something you're not gonna do, just don't make that promise. Just don't make that promise. If you know you're not gonna stick 1,000% to your diet, don't say to yourself or to other people, I'm gonna do this diet. Just say, oh, I'm gonna switch up a few things. I'm gonna do this different, I'm gonna do this different, I'm gonna do this different. And from there you can make more changes. But don't say you're gonna quit eating junk food at all if you know in your head you're not going to do that ever. If you know you're never going to eat junk food again, say it to yourself. But if you know there's going to be days where, I don't know, you're going to have a drink in the weekend with friends, don't say to yourself, I'm going to stop eating junk food, or I'm going to stop drinking, if you know that there's going to be some times where you're going to drink. And it's really those small things. Even with, I'm going to wake up at 9 a.m. every morning or 8 a.m., whatever it is, every time you don't do that, it's going to trigger something in your brain that says to you, I cannot stick to my promises. So why would I be able to start this business? It's all about the small things. What really worked for me as well, is just confirming, like confirmations. And because you got to rewire your subconscious brain. You got to tell your subconscious brain that I'm able to do this. And if your subconscious mind knows that you cannot do this, you're not going to be able to do it. So instead of telling yourself, I don't know if I can do this, and this is a skill set. I'm not saying this is easy, because if it was easy, everyone would do it. And this is something you got to understand. If you want to make more of your life, if you want to do more, you got to understand that it's not going to be easy. It's never easy. But it is simple. It is simple. So every time you catch yourself saying to yourself, I don't know if I can do this. What if this happens? What if I fail? You're going to say, nah, bro. I'm the biggest G in this country. I am a big G, right? I can do this. Why if this other kid or this other person can't do this? What reason is there for me not to be able to do this? Right? So confirmations are massive. And I'm talking about my personal experience. Like it can be different for anyone, but for me, someone that's always worked in restaurants and, has served food, this really worked for me. So I know that there are a lot of people resonating with me that want to do something, but they end up not doing anything, or they end up in this research mode and that, never doing anything. So it's about the small things, and you got to train your brain that you can do this, because you can. Like, if I know some 15-year-old boys that are making 30 grand a month, and if what you got to ask yourself is if they can do it, what do they have that I don't? And 9 out of 10 times, I can tell you this, it's just focus, believe in themselves, and just having the balls to take action. Because it's always that first step that's the hardest. If you can take that first leap, then the rest is just a matter of not giving up. Like, there's no way you can fail in business if you don't give up. And it's always something I like to tell people, or kind of compare it to. Like, if you suck at football, or for the American people, soccer, it's definitely football, but if you suck at football and you are going to train, you're going to practice every single day. Every single day, you're going to practice 1 to 2 hours a day. Even if it's just 1 hour a day, you're going to do it every single day consistently. And I'm talking about consistently. You're not going to slack. You're not going to skip days. You're going to do it every single day. What are the chances that you still suck at football in 2 years? Every single day for 1 hour. Bro, you are going to be good at football. There's no way that you are still going to suck at football. It's about consistency. It's about believing in yourself and doing the thing over and over again. And if you can take that first step, where you're going to say, like, I'm going to buy football practice. I'm going to buy a course, or I'm going to sign myself up for football practice. You're already so much further ahead than the majority of the people, because the majority of the people don't take that step. And if you can take that step, just whatever it might be, sign up to a course, join a community, join a few free calls about whatever you want to do, whether it's e-commerce, it's sales, it's building a business, whatever it's going to be. If you take that first step, you're already ahead of the majority of the people. And you've already proven yourself that you can take action on something like that. And then it's just a matter of repetition, doing the same thing over and over again. Just like the football practice. You're not going to be good at the first time. You're not going to You're not going to be a Ronaldo or a Messi the first time, right? It's just about practice. It's just about doing that same thing over and over again. So if I could give any of you guys advice that are kind of on the fence of I want to do drop shipping, I want to do e-commerce, whatever it might be, it's just start believing yourself. Write down things that you accomplished. Make a list, just write down notes of things you have accomplished as a person. And even if it's the smallest thing, even if it's like, I helped my parents cook dinner a couple days back, or I had a crazy workout session, even if it's like small things that you think like, oh, it doesn't matter that much. You're going to train your mind to think and believe that you can do the things you promise yourself to do. You're going to train your mind. And that way you're going to reinforce it, and you're going to make yourself believe that you can do anything. Because you can do anything. Everyone can do anything they want. It's just a matter of believing in yourself. And it's, like I said, it's not easy, but it is simple. Like I said, for people that are on the fence, definitely, that's the first thing I would work on. Start believing in yourself. Keep sticking yourself to your promises. And if you know there's something that you're not going to be able to keep track of, you're not going to be able to keep on doing that thing, don't make that promise to yourself. Just don't make that promise. Because the more you're not going to stick to it, the less you're going to trust yourself. And no one's going to save you. Like, you have to do it yourself. You have to build this business yourself. You have to build up that skill set yourself. It's all about confidence and belief.